This is going to be a detailed tutorial about a nested family door swing symbol. So we're going to create an opening sign, but in a nested family. So we go to File, Create New Family, and for that category, we're going to select Generic Model. First thing to do is create a reference plane. Add dimension. By the way, change your project units to millimeters. And okay. And then change the scale to 1:10. And change your family category to doors para ma-adapt nyo yung parameters ng door family. In this dimension, apply a parameter which is width. That's going to be the width of your door panel. And next is create a reference line, or you can go to create and reference line. Draw a single line about 900 probably as your door width. Then make sure na ipipin or ilock yung endpoint both dito sa reference planes, sa vertical and horizontal. So use align command to lock in place. And then add dimensions from this endpoint to that endpoint. And again, add or apply the width parameter. Next is to add a angular dimension from this reference line to this reference plane. You're going to apply or add a parameter named door angle for this one. And select or choose instance and choose graphics for this one. Hit OK. So anytime you can change this to 45, 60, or whatever angle you want. Okay, next is we're gonna finish this door panel. Okay, this is going to be the panel cut. Create another reference line, then use offset about 50 as your door thickness, and then complete this door. All right, and then add a dimension of this door panel thickness and lock it in place. Then add an angular dimension and lock it in place. Ang purpose nito is to make sure that kapag may mga adjustments na tayo, hindi ito masisira or go out of place. Okay? So let's try to adjust the door angle if it works properly. So as you can see, it looks like working good naman. So it seems to be working fine. Okay, so next is we are gonna cover that up. The panel cut, this one, we're gonna cover that up para pagdating sa plan, kung may matatamaan man siyang element, it's gonna mask or it's gonna cover it up. Okay, so go to annotate, use masking region, select this pick line, make sure it's locked, and then select the planes, and then hit OK. Alright, tapos, oh, by the way, before I forget, make sure that these lines are subcategorized correctly. So we're gonna use panel cut, then hit check. Alright, so let's try to change this again. Okay, it looks okay and working well. So let's move forward. We're gonna add a symbolic line para dun sa opening or plan swing niya. So go back to annotate, click symbolic line. We're gonna use a center ends arc from the hinge point to the end point and to that one. Okay, next is click this one or select the arc and make sure that on the properties, make sure na naka-check ang center mark visibility. Ang purpose niyan para makita mo yung center point ng arc na yun. And what we're going to do next is we have to make sure that that point should be locked in place both sa horizontal plane na to at saka sa vertical. So use align tool to lock that in place. Also here. Sorry for the dog barking. I think you can hear that. Okay. Next is since na-lock na natin yung center point, we also have to lock this endpoint in place to make sure na hindi yan lulupad or go somewhere else. Okay, use align command, then lock it in place. Now let's try to change again the angle. Oh, can you hear the dog barking? Ayan, so it look. Oh, see. By the way, this guy still hindi siya or nahiwalay siya. Hindi siya sumunod dun sa galaw niya. So let's try to do something here. Like click this one, tapos mag-create siya ng temporary dimensions, but those temporary dimensions we're gonna make them permanently by clicking that icon and add here a parameter which is door angle, and for this one this is going to be the width of your door. Then let's try to change the door angle if it works properly. 45. Okay, so it's working naman. Looks like it's working well. 110, 160, 90, and then a 45. So it looks working well. So this is basically it. But this guy, naka-blue siya. So we're gonna change that color. We're gonna add another subcategory since wala kang mahanap dito na plan swing. So we go to manage object styles. We're gonna click new and add another subcategory which is plan swing. And then we're gonna keep that things as is and then hit OK. Then change this guy to plan swing. Plan swing projection. All right, so that's it. So let's try it again. Let's change the angle to 60. So it's working well. So this is basically complete. Now what we're going to do is we load this guy to your main door family. Now load it to here. So ayan na siya. But before you do something else or before you continue putting this into its location, we have to make sure na yung parameters na ginamit natin for this one should adapt or should be the same sa parameters na ginagamit natin for this main door family. So how to do that? Just click that one, the nested family, and make sure that yung properties nito magma-match sila. So go to edit type, tapos make sure yung thickness should have the same parameter sa family na to. Width is equal to width. Height is equal to height. Then hit OK. And for the door angle, click door angle. Kapag wala naman, ganun din yung gagawin nyo. Just click this for the new parameter. Type in here door angle and make sure it's instance. Then change this to graphics. Ayan, then hit OK. But since meron naman tayo, we're gonna choose door angle and hit OK. Ayan. And then, since dito yung magiging ano natin, sorry guys for the dog barks. Since dito yung hinge point natin, we're gonna rotate this by pressing spacebar of your keyboard. And then align this guy to this one, since these reference planes are the basis sa width ng door natin. So we're gonna align that there. Use align command, pick path, then click that one and then lock. Next is yung for this one, it should be there. Tapos lock. Now let's change the parameters of the doors. I mean of the door. So let's change the parameters of the door. Let's Let's try to change its width to 700. Ayan, basically yung ginawa nating nested family na door swing plan or door swing sign, nag-update naman siya accordingly. So it looks like walang problem dun sa ginawa natin. It works perfectly fine. Now let's try to change the angle. Ayun. 60. 135. And then 90. Oh, sorry. And then 90. So it looks like it's working really well. So we don't see any problem there. So basically, that's it. Madali lang gumawa nung symbolic line for the door opening plan. Thank you.